Ladies and gentlemen, this lecture is about three different concepts: hereditary rigidity, separation, and density. I will present it with my co-author, Lucien Haddad. We devote this work to the memory of Ivo Rosenberg, that several people of this meeting know. He was a great scientist, and he was for us a great friend. So as I said, this is a joint work with Lucien Haddad, but also with Masahiro Miyakawa and Isayuki Tatsumi from Tsukuba University, that you can see on this picture here. The research was done while I was at the University of Tsukuba for 2 months in 2019. I thank the GSP for the support, but I thank also Masahiro Miyakawa and Isayuki Tatsumi for their keenness during that stay, and also colleagues from several universities of Japan that we have visited, like Tomoyaki Araki, Noboru Tagaki, and Taketomo Mitsui. We are grateful to the several referees of this paper. We made several corrections and suggestions. And last but not the least, we also thank the organizer of this meeting to give us the opportunity to talk about this subject. So, hereditary rigidity started with a paper presented at the previous meeting of ESMBL. And here we restrict ourselves to system of binary relation. We observe some inequality between the size of the domain and the number of the relation. And we look at the case of tournament, and more specifically at the case of linear order. As we will see, this problem has an equivalent formulation in terms of separation of linear order, and it relates to some theoretical question. The motivation is a question of Lucien Haddad, which can be better formulated in terms of social choice theory. There is something from your own experience. Consider a committee of n members having to express their preference among m candidates. Each member writes his own list of preference, his own preference as a list, of the linearly ordered list of candidates. The profile of an ordered pair of two different candidates, X and Y, is a 0-1 list where at the position K, this is 1 if X is preferred to Y, and this is 0 otherwise. What we want is to have all profiles distinct. An example. Consider the following 5 linear order as indicated here. Now, for each pair, oriented pair according to the first order, you have sequence of 1, 1, 0, 0, 0 for the first, and so on. Now, all those are different, and if you reverse, if you take 6, 1 instead of 1, 6, you will see this is a dual sequence. 4 linear order will not suffice. Indeed, you have 30 oriented pairs, and 4 linear order gives only 2 to the power 4, that is 16 0-1 sequences. So 5 here are sufficient, but 4 are not. Instead of 6 elements, suppose that you have 7. It could be provable that then 7 will suffice. In full generality, the profile of each of the m-1 ordered pair belong to 0, 1 to the power n. Thus, if you have m-1 larger than 2 to the power n, there are 2 distinct ordered pairs with the same profile. Question, does the converse hold? That is, if the reverse inequality is true, can we find n list? So as I said, yes, for m less than or equals to 7. For other integer, we don't know. Since we are not able to solve this question, we look at something more general. We look at the infinite case. And it turns out that in the infinite case, there are other set theoretical questions involved. And formally, considering a set of cardinality M, we have to evaluate, and that we denote by H lin of M, the least cardinal N such that there is a family of R linear order on V such that two distinct ordered pairs, X, Y, and X prime, Y prime of distinct elements yield distinct profile. This parameter plays a role in the investigation of system of hereditarily rigid relation that we started with Kucero and Holzer. I need a definition. What is an hereditarily rigid system? It's a system for a relation ρ. This is a relation such that the unary function which preserve ρ are the subfunction of the identity map or of constant map. Okay. Next. What are the results? We have very few results. A family of tournament is hereditarily rigid if and only if any two distinct ordered pair of distinct elements yield distinct profile. For M finite, we can find such a family if and only if we have the inequalities that I mentioned. As said, we do not know if the same inequality hold when tournaments are replaced by linear order. We verify for M less than or equal to 7. And we prove the two inequality also in the finite case. The second inequality, the first inequality is trivial, the second is not trivial at all. It says that H of M is less than a sublinear function, that's all. Now, the infinite case. In the infinite case, if M is less than or equal to 2 to the power of LF0, the continuum, then LF0 order suffice. In full generality, we obtain the following equality between the log n base 2, the density of the set of linear order, and those equality follow from the generalized continuum hypothesis, but we don't know if it all without that theoretical hypothesis. Okay, in the few remaining minutes, I will present the salient facts about these notions. First, hereditary rigidity reduced to a property of maps defined on two-element subset. Next, we have the following inequality for an hereditarily rigid system of kappa binary relation, each one reflexive or irreflexive. So the infinite case is easy. The finite case relies on Sperner theorem, on anti-chain in the power set of a set. Now, the important notion of separation. You say that a tournament separates two distinct ordered pairs if it does not take the same value on the two ordered pairs. And now you are looking for a collection of tournaments which separate all distinct pairs. And here is the basic lemma. So your family of tournaments separate all distinct pairs if and only if the family is hereditarily rigid. So what we are looking for, the original problem, is not for tournament, but for linear orders. Now, so this parameter, as said in the proposition, this is the minimum of the cardinality of the subset, such that the profile with respect to some tournament is minimal. And we have the following inequality that I presented at the beginning. Now, in the infinite case, for tournament, we have the exact equality. And for the finite, it relies to this. And we have the inequality I presented at the beginning. The parameter defined previously has this value given in the theorem I present here for tournaments. Now, for linear order, we have just the proposition giving these two inequality. The first is trivial, and the second is quite involved, and you will see the proof in the paper. Now we go to the infinite. The key notion for a topological space is the notion of density, the minimum cardinality of a dense subset. Now, consider the set of subset of a set with a product topology. It's an important fact, basic but important, that the density of the power set is the log in base 2 of the cardinality of the set. For example, if you take the power set of the integer, the density is the cardinality of the integer. Now, you have the notion of density, which is related to the notion of adherence. And the notion of adherence can be related to an integer k. And this... Non, il faut que je recommence. Zut. So, the topological density of several sets of relations can be computed. And the connection between the density and separation is given by the following result. If you have a collection of tournaments, all distinct pairs can be separated if and only if you have the two density for the set of binary relation and their converse. Now, if you have the collection of linear order on a set, without any set theoretical hypothesis, we do not know what is the density of this set. But at least we know a relationship between our parameter and the density. And an alternative condition to density that everybody can understand is a set of linear order is dense if for every m tuple there is a linear order which reorders the element. Now, we prove that for every infinite cardinal kappa and set of cardinality kappa, we have the following inequality. Thank you for your attention. You will find in the bibliography several useful references.